Right, next up is going to be another tool that can sometimes be useful, but probably only on the rare occasion. And this tool is called the Liquify Tool. And what this can do is completely change the shape of images. So I'm just going to click on my Minions layer, as you can see from the previous tutorial, and I'm going to go up here and across to Filter. Now, as you can see here, I have the Liquify option. So Filter, Liquify. Now you can see my minion has appeared in this box. I'm going to zoom in on him so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm actually looking to come across to where his mouth is, because what I'm going to try to do is change his frown into a smile. He deserves to be happy too. So I'm going to go to this one here, the Forward Warp Tool. Now once I've clicked on the Forward Warp Tool, I now need to make sure my brush size is much smaller than it currently is. Over here is the brush size. Now it's quite difficult to adjust, but as you can see here, I've now made it a much better size. You can also use the square bracket tool, the left one making it smaller and the right one making it bigger, to get the right size brush, which I find much easier. So I'm going to make it a lot smaller. And now what I can do is I can slowly push his frown down. And this can be quite tough to do, but if I increase the size of the brush, it's going to make it a much more smooth process. So this needs to be used very, very carefully, because it can make all sorts of things go wrong, but I'm quite happy with that there. The next one I want to show you is the Bloat tool. Now the Bloat tool can make things go much, much larger. So if I increase the size of my brush and now hold down my click, you're going to see quite an extreme example of what this can do. Now I've held down my click and now you can see the eye has gone very, very large. I'm just going to quickly Ctrl-Alt-Z and put that back. Let's zoom out a little so we can see a little more of what this can do. Now I'm going to make this tool even bigger, and I'm now going to hold my click. And as you can see, the whole head has now started to get a lot bigger. I'm not sure he'd actually be happy about this. So I'm now going to just undo what I've just done. Ctrl-Alt-Z, Ctrl-Alt-Z, Ctrl-Alt-Z. Then above it, you may have guessed it already, but this is the Pucker tool. And this does the exact opposite. This will shrink everything down. Now, you need to be careful with how you use this. It may be that there's a certain effect you want to do. Perhaps his hands or something need to be larger. So you're just going to make it shrink down and just click on the hand. You may then perhaps use the Forward Warp tool and attempt to try and make his fingers a little bit longer. But it's totally up to you. Don't use this tool if it's not necessary. Okay? Only use it if you really, really need it. So I'm just going to put it back to how I had it with the smile, and then I'm going to click OK. And there we have it. I have my smiling green minion.